Good morning and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about a microphone that you should definitely consider. Let's go! As I said in the intro, we're going to be talking about a microphone that you definitely need. This is the Fifine or the Fifine? I can't pronounce it, so apologies, but it's the... I nearly did a phonetic alphabet then. This is the K688 Charlie Tango, the CT AmpliTank microphone. So this microphone is both USB-C and XLR options. Now, I'm not that much of a genius or a nerd when it comes to microphones, but the company reached out to me and said, would I like to review it? And I thought, yes, please, let's review it and also have it, like I said, within my arsenal. We're going to go through the reasons why I would like to use this microphone for the foreseeable future. We're going to unbox it and I'm going to show you what's in there. I'm going to show you the features, and then once it's attached to my desk, which I'll explain with the boom arm and everything else that's in the box, basically going to listen to the rest of this video with the microphone set up whilst I finish the video, so that it gives a comprehensive review of the microphone. I'll read the features that's on the back of the box for now, but it says real-time monitor, so that you've got some knobs and stuff on the back to adjust the gain and adjust the headphone volumes. You've got tap to mute, which I'll explain on there, which would be good for streaming. You've got the gain control, which I mentioned on the back as well. Monitor, you can monitor the output control. Easy to adjust boom arm, and the XLR, which what I'll be using today, and the USB options for both PC and professional interfaces. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to open the box, big bit of foam, and explain what's in there. So first of all, we've got replacement rubber bands that I assume is for, well, I don't know, I don't want to assume anything, but I'll have a look in a minute. But you've got some replacement rubber bands, which is good, like O-rings. You've got the user guide, which is here. We don't need to go through the user guide. I don't do user guides. And then I'll show you what's in the box first, before I get it all out. But, oh, can you see that? There you go, look. It's actually really well packaged. So we've got the microphone, we have got the USB cable, boom arm, and the clamp for the desk. So what I'll do first is I'll do it in reverse order. So we've got the clamp, self-explanatory clamplet. We've got the USB-C, USB-A to USB-C, which bit of a pain, but I guess most PCs, I'm an Apple guy, but most PCs have Type A, and then obviously Type C goes into the microphone. So this would be perfect for streaming, which we'll go on to in a bit. Future filming, Ben Beale here. I've just noticed as I was packing the kit away, the USB-C that I'd mentioned, the USB-A rather, has a USB-C sneaking underneath. So it's not just about Windows PCs. That's cool. That is really good. Plus, but yeah, cool beans. Anyway, back to the video. And then we've got, if I can get it out, we have got the, let me undo it first. We've got the boom arm. So that bit will go on the clamp, and then that bit will go on the microphone. That's what I'm assuming anyway. Let's have a look. Yeah, that'll go in there. But we'll set it up at some point soon, and then I'll show you. But it seems to be all right. We'll see what happens. I've had a boom arm before. I don't even know where I've put it. I don't know where it is, but I've had a boom arm before to try and test out other microphone setups. When I first started a different channel, what I'll do is I'll put that down for now before I hurt myself or my laptop or camera, anything. But yeah, I've had like proper, what do you call it? Proper microphone setup. I don't have it with me, but I've got this microphone. Is it in there? See if it's in there. No, it's not in there, but I've got a proper Sony NTG3 or whatever it's called. Really nice microphone, but I use that, to be fair, instead of keeping it in here, don't know where it is, I keep it with my kit, so that when I'm out and about doing a setup, I don't like to just switch around kit. I like to have stuff in here set up so I don't have to worry about it too much, and then kit for going out. But usually, to be honest, I'd like to have that, but I don't usually have that actual luxury. So today was an absolute nightmare for setting the studio vibes back up, because I've been using my kit and equipment on the brick card documentary that I've just finished, which I'll link up here somewhere. So yeah, I was filming that for a while, so obviously haven't seen my face in the studio for a bit. So yeah, that's what I've been doing for the last few weeks. It's been pretty hectic, but we're in studio, comfy studio life now. Before I actually show you the microphone, like I usually do, we have here a Hot Wheels car that I usually put here, different Hot Wheels for different videos. Comment below what Hot Wheels car you think that is. I'm not going to tell you now, but guess in the comments below. It's sick, that's what it is. It's lush, love this car. Anyway, we're going to move on to the microphone now. So put the box down, and you are here to see the microphone. So the Fifine, 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 I don't know. So anyway, what big thing to me is what stands out, don't know if you can hear that, is it's metal. It's all metal. You've got the shock absorber on here. That's what this bit is. Not looks like a pop filter, but it's actually the shock absorber that goes to the mount, which I'll show you in a minute. And then at the back, we've got microphone and headphone knobs there, XLR port here, and the USB port there, the USB-C. And then if we take this bit of, I don't know what it is, this material, but whatever they've used for this foam is ridiculous. It's so soft, not gonna lie. It looks exactly the same colour as my cat and feels pretty similar to my cat, but pretty sure it's not cat hair. But anyway, in here you can see the microphone. Now, I'm not much of a microphone expert, so I'll just check my notes. The frequency response is roughly 50 to 15 kilohertz, or some listings say it's 70 to 15 kilohertz with older variants. Tuned for warmth, natural vocals, and good clarity for speech. And it has a dynamic cardioid polar pattern, great for rejecting background noise, which we'll test out in a minute, and focusing on your voice. It handles loud sources pretty well without distorting. So that's pretty good. That is pretty good. I obviously wanted to get that bit out there. I'm no good at reciting scripts and stuff like that, but I just wanted to do the technical bit out there. So obviously with this channel, I'm going to put this back on. Obviously with this channel, I usually do video, car videography and photography tutorials, stuff like that. If you didn't know that, then welcome to the channel. Like and subscribe and all those cool things. I thought this would be a great addition. Obviously I'm going to be using it for my tutorials now anyway in the studio, but I thought this would be a great addition for people that do like sim racing, streaming, stuff like that, because it comes with the boom arm and you can have it off to the side and obviously talk into it to up your game and up your quality. I thought it's probably quite a niche setup, but I thought it's gleaming, especially because, which gleaming means good in army talk, especially with a USB-C, you can just smash it straight into your PC and start streaming without having to worry about the XLR setup. But what we're going to do now is I'm going to set up the boom arm and then obviously attach this, and I'm going to show you afterwards once I've set it up, because my studio is an absolute mess from post-racing admin. But anyway, we're going to set it up and then I'll show you my setup, and then the quality, the sounds that you'll hear next once I've set it all up, will be coming from the microphone. So 2 seconds. Now, I tell a lie. The next voice that you've just heard obviously is from my normal microphone to start with that I usually use, my DJI mics. What I wanted to do is just explain the XLR setup that I'll be using for this. So I've got my XLR cable, which I'm sorting out at the moment. So this bit will go in the back of the microphone, which I'll do now. I have my headphones, and then on here I have my Tascam Portacapture X6 here. And when I turn it on, let's see if this makes a difference. Yes, okay. So I'm just going to stick the headphones on first, just so I can hear stuff. See if it's actually working. Let's see. Yes, this is. Now I look like a podcaster, and I can see. I've got my headphones on, got the microphone on. It does say in my notes that it's supposed to be 3 to 6 inches away from your mouth, so easy now, easy. But yeah, for the best, best sound. But just making sure that I can actually hear. The trouble is, when I'm doing things that I'm moving around and stuff like that, the audio might be off. So maybe if I put it like there, and then I'm in the general area when I'm moving around and stuff like that. But we'll see. For the purposes of this is where it's going to be. But when I'm moving around and I'm doing things, then yeah, this will be the setup if I'm doing tutorials and stuff. One good reason why I do use my my DJI mics is the fact that I can obviously clip it to myself and just walk around, and I'm going to get consistent audio. But I can hear in here in this that that obviously it's going to be moving around. The sound is going to be changing as I'm obviously moving around. But that's no fault of the microphone. That's just my use case. So nothing wrong with the microphone. One thing I do notice, what I'll do is I'll press this on now. Basically what I've got on here, just to show you the setup, I've got the XLR going into the side of the Tascam, headphones so that I can hear myself, and then I've got it on podcast mode because there's a podcast mode on there, and then I'm basically just making sure that the gain and everything else is all good to go. So I'm just going to press record now, and the voice that you hear now, if I put that down, the voice that you can hear now is coming from this microphone. Sounds pretty good to me. I'm going to take my headphones off so that I can't hear myself too. I'm going to keep my headphones on actually, because this is nice. And then I'll be able to actually give you a side-by-side comparison. This is from DJI mics at the moment, doing a sound test, 1 2 3 1 2 3, and then this is from the AmpliTank microphone, the new microphone that this review's about. Obviously my face is pretty close, but like I said, usually if I'm cutting around doing a bit of dynamicness, yeah, I'll be intrigued to hear what the microphone is like. One thing that I did notice though, when it's not in USB-C mode, is I can't actually tell, unless I've got the headphones on, I can't actually tell if the microphone's on. It's got a button on top to, like turn it on and off, or to mute it, sorry. But yeah, you can't tell that if it's the USB-C. Also, which is quite intriguing, is that it doesn't need, not that I can tell anyway, it doesn't need phantom power. Whether that's a good thing or not, I'm not sure, but it doesn't need it. Seems to be pretty good at the moment. But anyway, in the headphones, it sounds pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, this microphone. One thing I do notice though, if you listen to this, so that is my knee on the XLR cable. What I would do is I would wrap this around the handle. Sorry for this horrendous audio. Wrap it round the XLR cable. That's just some good house, what do you call it? House husbandry. But yeah. And then I can have a good setup actually. I've got a little shelf, underneath the desk. But yeah, I'll show you on my phone. I'll show you on my phone the setup. Obviously, you've got the mic. Obviously, we've got the microphone. I'll just switch to the DJI one. You've got the microphone here. Pretty good. And then I could probably put. I've got a shelf here. Look, I could probably put the Tascam there. And you've got the boom arm just clamped to the desk. Easy as that. So I was just going to run through the notes for pros and cons that I've written down. So the pros, so it is actually excellent value in my opinion for a full kit with a microphone and the boom arm. I will put the price up on screen now of the at the time of me recording this. Super versatile for beginners and upgraders, like I said earlier. Convenient onboard controls and zero latency monitoring. The bits on the back, like I said, the knobs for adjusting various the gain for audio, the gain for headphones and the gain for audio. Solid build, metal everything. I did see reviews before saying that they were plastic, so they may have upgraded since obviously this particular product came to me. Looks good to me. Noise rejection. One thing I did hear, correct me if I'm wrong, and you may or may not be able to hear it, but I had the kids screaming a second ago, and I couldn't hear it through the headphones, but I knew they were, if that makes sense. So yeah, it says good noise rejection, which would be good for. I think that'd be quite good for sim racing actually, because if you don't necessarily want double audio coming through, you just want your voice in the live stream, and then you can send a separate audio feed and a different track from the in-car racing. That'll be interesting. To see that setup. And like I said, yeah, easy setup is here. Literally plug and play. I'm not going to. I don't have any software for the USB-C, so apologies for that. But yeah, literally plug and play. This is the XLR setup, as you know. So yeah, seems pretty good to me. So cons then: USB mode control. Mute gain controlling doesn't work when you're using the pure XLR. You have to control it with the interface, which is fine. No XLR cable in the box, which is also, I say it's also fine, but keeping costs down. And it's got the USB-C in there straight away, so I guess it's targeted to more consumer rather than professional levels. But like I said, and you can hear, it's pretty good audio, so I would recommend this, to be honest. Dynamic mics need you to speak closer, 2 to 6 inches for best results. Yes, that's true. Like I said about being over here and being over here, you need to be right next to it. But I'm sure I'll be using this quite a bit in tutorials and stuff like that. But anyway, frequency response rolls off a bit on extremes, so it won't capture super deep bass or airing highs like a good condenser. Well, like I said, I'm not a microphone geek, so apologies if anybody gets offended by me calling someone a geek, but yeah, I don't know that much about microphones. It sounds pretty good to me, but I'm also hard of hearing, so it might be rubbish, but sounds good to me. The boom arm's decent, but not the stiffest out there. Some users upgrade it later. Well, there's nothing wrong with that at all. The last boom arm, to be honest, the that I had was absolutely terrible, really bad. Like, it wouldn't even support the weight of the microphone, and I'd say that this microphone is slightly heavier than the microphone that I was using before. But anyway, yeah, it's good. But anyway, let's wrap this up. Who's this for? So perfect if you're recording interviews. Perfect if you're recording reviews like me, or if you're starting a podcast and you need a couple of cheap microphones. Stream on or doing voiceovers for the sim racing. I think it's great, to be honest. And I'm not just saying that because they sent it to me, But yeah, this is mega. I have actually wanted a podcast style mic like this for a while, so thank you very much for sending it out to me. But yeah, what I'll do is I'll leave a link to the product, an affiliate link. So obviously I do get a bit of a kickback, and I'll leave that in the description below. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm really happy with this. I sound surprised, obviously, but I just wasn't expecting to be reviewing a microphone so soon after reviewing the Sennheiser mic, which I'll link up here somewhere. But yeah, this microphone is mega, and I'll be looking forward to using it in the future. But yeah, stay tuned for more videos on this channel. Like and subscribe, all of those cool things. Check out the links below. Thank you very much for watching, and I shall catch you in the next one.